That discussion, when people were really saying defund the police, I'm like, cooler heads will prevail. But they're going to realize. And I think they're realizing it now in New York City. I mean, New York City has had record crime, record homicides.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? De Blasio is, I mean, I would have never imagined I would look at Garcetti and go, well, he's better.
That's exactly right.
I look at Garcetti and I look at de Blasio. I'm like, Garcetti, I'll have him over my house for dinner. He's way better.
Oh, yeah,
than
that weird
de Blasio
giant
is
groundhog murderer.
So weird. He's so. You can have protests, but only Black Lives Matter protests.
That one. That was a solid. You know, that may have been the moment when I realized that we were all effed. Right? It was the moment when, like, we're in the middle of a global pandemic with hundreds of thousands of people dead, and an entire swath of our media and health elites just decided randomly that if you were protesting against lockdown, you were very bad, right? Then you were a racist and you were going to get people killed and you should wear a mask. And I was like, well, if you're I sort of agree with the mask thing. Like, yeah, okay. And then you get millions of people in the streets yelling at each other and breathing on each other and spitting on each other. And you got health professionals on TV being like, well, racism is a public health threat. I guess that you can do that now. It's like, well, what the? I know people who died in the hospital of COVID and their family could not visit them.
Yes.
Like, they literally died alone in the hospital of COVID and family could not visit them. And you're telling me that it's deeply important that we have, like, dance lines. This was stuff happening at rallies, like dance lines in the streets in New York to fight racism. That's deeply important. But a daughter being able to visit her dad before he dies, that's not important. Come on. What